Hi, my name is Chris Sheldon. I'm an attorney here at Silver Law. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about a hot topic of captive insurance audits and litigation. Captive insurance is an area of an intense IRS scrutiny. The IRS is dedicating an enormous amount of resources to the area of captive insurance audits and captive insurance litigation. Presently, the IRS appears to be systematically auditing virtually every captive insurance company and its related insured. This issue, at least on the IRS side, is being extensively and carefully coordinated at the highest levels. For example, each of the revenue agents is being specifically trained in the area of captive insurance by the IRS's attorneys at the Office of Chief Counsel. In addition to auditing captive insurance companies and the insureds, the IRS is also targeting the captive managers through efforts to assert penalties and injunctions through promoter investigations. It appears that the IRS, at least at the initial stages, views captive insurance as a tax shelter. Tax shelters usually will either delay tax or the payment of tax, or attempt to defeat the payment of tax altogether, or will change the nature of the income, thus reducing the amount and rate of tax applied to that income. Our firm represents several captive insurance companies and their insureds that are currently under audit. We've also represented several captive insurance companies that have moved through audit and been resolved. Despite the IRS's assertion that captive insurance is some type of tax shelter, we believe that the captive insurance is a legitimate method for mitigating risk. Successfully resolving a captive insurance audit requires careful application of a specific strategy that's tailor-fit to your facts and circumstances. There is no one-size-fits-all approach with respect to resolving a captive insurance audit. Careful consideration of the strengths and weaknesses related to your specific captive must be considered in responding to that IRS audit. There are several areas that the IRS is looking in order to support the government's position to disallow the deduction or otherwise sham the captive insurance company. For example, the IRS is focusing their attention on how the captive is managed and whether the captive is delivering an insurance product that is common to the industry. They're looking at the type of insurance, specifically whether there is a business purpose, whether there is an insurable risk, whether there are valid policies that have actually been issued, whether those policies have been backdated. They're looking at the pricing of the insurance. They're looking at whether or not there's adequate risk distribution or whether there's adequate risk shifting. Finally, they're looking at the investments that are being made. Specifically, they're looking at is there some sort of circular cash flow? Also, they're looking at, are there significant investments in life insurance? Here at Silver Law, we have an extensive amount of experience in handling captive-related audits, litigation, and resolution. If you have a captive insurance company or an insured that is under audit by the Internal Revenue Service, we recommend that you acquire experienced legal representation in order to reach a successful resolution in your case. Please contact us here at Silver Law if you'd like to discuss your specific captive issues and facts.